So we're just going to start with adding first, addition. So, like everything we do, the place value chart is very important. I personally like to use the place value chart when I'm adding or subtracting because it helps me understand the regrouping. So what we have is we have our 12 to the zeros place, our 12 to the ones place, and our 12 to the twos place. And I can go on and on if I wanted to. So let's just start with a simple problem. So we have 14, not 14, that's not a thing. 1, 4, 12, and plus 1, 8, 12. So right here we have, there's one group of 12 and there's 4 ones, one group of 12 and 11 ones. So we represent this by showing, so let's show the first number on top. So we have 1 group of 12, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, plus, we're gonna show that. And so now we're gonna show this one, it's gonna be 1, and I'm gonna show E, which is 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But here, so now we're gonna start adding like you would normally add. But here we see that there are clearly more than 12, so 11 and 1. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna circle them all, and we're gonna regroup. And we're gonna bring them over here, because we have a group of 12, so we show that by showing one check mark, which is one group of 12. We completely erase these because we regrouped them over there. And that leaves us with 3 over here. 1, 2, 3, so that's okay, we write 3. And now let's add these together, 1, 2, 3. That's also 3. So that becomes 3, 3, 12. So essentially what you're doing is as soon as you add them together like normal numbers, you can do it like this, but I prefer to use the place value chart. It makes it a lot easier. I use check marks. You add them together, but as soon as you get to 12 check marks, the value of 12 ones, you regroup, so you bring that over to groups of 12. So that becomes a group of 12. And then imagine you get to, say this was a different number. So let's change this a little bit. Say this was E12, and this was E12. So the first number would be 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 groups of 12 and 11 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And same thing with the other number. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 plus 11 groups of 12 and 11 ones, and 11 groups of 12 and 11 ones. So let's start over here like we normally do with normal addition. So we have 11 plus 11, but we're not gonna do that. We have 11 check marks, and we have one more check mark that automatically makes it 12. So we're gonna bring this over here, and that becomes another check mark, boop, because we've regrouped. And now we get rid of all of these because we've already regrouped that group of 12. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 ones. So we're gonna keep that as X, because remember we use X as a symbol for 10 because we have more symbols now that we're out of the decimal system. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because of the other grouping we did, we collect them all. And we regroup over here to the 12, to the seconds place, and that becomes a check mark. We have one group of 12 12s right there. and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we show that by E. E, remember, E is an 11, and then we have 1. So the answer to this problem, EE12 plus EE12 would be 1EX12. Subtraction is where it gets a little bit tricky. I like to use different colors, but I don't have another color marker, so I'll use circles and check marks. So let's just start with a problem. Let's start with 2x12 minus 1e12. So let's draw out our place value chart. So I'm going to represent 2x12 with check marks, and I'm going to represent 1e12 with circles. So here we have 10 ones, or 10 12 to the zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 2 groups of 12. Over here we have 11 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1 group of 10. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky, because if these numbers were perfect, we'd be doing basically the same thing that we did with addition, with the regrouping. We'd be doing that with subtraction, except with subtraction, taking away instead of adding. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. And then, but we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ones. You cannot subtract 11 from 10. We know this. So what we're going to do is we are going to regroup one of our groups of 12. We're going to bring it all the way over here. So we're going to draw them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. And then this is no longer in the 12th place, in the 12 to the 1st place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to subtract these ones from these ones. I like to connect them together so that I know that they even each other out. They cancel each other out. So I have this check mark and this check mark. This check mark and this check mark. That was all 11. So now we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. 11, 12. We're left with 12, but we can't have 12. So you know what we're going to do? We are going to regroup the 12 that we have here. We're going to bring them over here, because now we have another one. Another group of 12. So this becomes 0. And so now we subtract one group of 12 from another group of 12. And we're left with 1. So the answer is 1, 0. 12. See, this is a more complicated problem because we have, we're trying to subtract a bigger number in the ones place than it is in the other ones place. But it's really not a bigger number. If it was a bigger number, we'd be getting negative. But it's more complicated because we have to regroup. But regrouping is very important, especially when it comes to base 12, because it can help us understand regrouping with our own system, which is the decimal system, base 10. It helped me to understand it a lot better. I never really thought about it as much as regrouping. I just thought of it as borrowing and taking, and that's not what's important. So yeah, that's adding and subtracting.